Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Sorry I couldn't get on last night. I got home super late. Hey Lisa B, what's going on? How you doing? Sasha, Mouse Toes, Nicole E, One Room Rebel, welcome. Cicely Bray, why is everybody saying rest in peace, BBJ? Amy Judy, what's up? How you doing? Leonie McGrath, how are you doing? Diane Woods, Mouse Toes, everybody else, smash that like button. We're gonna get into Peetz once again. And then this is from actually Sunday because last night I gotta do some catch up because I couldn't get on a few hours ago, so I gotta do some major catch up with Peetz, and we're gonna get into Al Shabib right after this. Then after that, we're gonna get into, of course, another Peetz stream. So hey, we're gonna be on a roll today. All right, let me get into this. Peetz, we saw Peetz cooking, then we saw Peetz upstairs, and now what we're gonna do is finish off with this one, and then get back into the swing of things. Yeah, the BBJ situation is bad. Like I pointed out multiple times, that it's strange that she keeps crying out. There has to be a logical reason. It's very strange that a small section of a day, 2, 3, or nearly 4 hours, BBJ is constantly crying. Why is that? There's a reason for that. Because if the cat's constantly crying within those 2, 3, or 4 hours, then that means the cat's constantly moaning and wailing all day. Because it's not like it was a one-off. It's like every single time. Hey, Jack T, Jackie H, Farah, welcome. Amy Judy says, this entire BBJ situation has me extremely sad. I'm really pissed off. Get a taxi, get an Uber, and get BBJ to the vet. Exactly. Let's go. Not to mention, Monty, she has started having a Parkinson's shake. Yeah, so many things happening with that cat that I've pointed out on so many occasions.
Second.
All right, so this is part 2. We're gonna do the other, like I said, stream for Peetz today as well. Hopefully everybody's weekend was good. I know it's a Tuesday, but hopefully everybody's weekend was good. Peetz usually gets pretty good views with his live streams. Why is his views so low with this recent live stream? Do you know, Timberly? Tiger Talk says the shake would be pain. Animals can shake and shiver when in pain. Yup. Good morning, Lurking Kitty. Really nice not seeing Foodie Beauty online. Hey, Tiger
Did someone
Talk.
get happy? I'm working on it, Jenna. I've been working on it. Actually, I'm looking for a new job.
He's looking for a job again.
I actually have applied for a couple jobs.
Okay, all right. I guess things aren't that great if Peetz is looking for a job. But like I said, you can always tell how good or how bad the situation is whenever Peetz starts looking for a job again. Hey, Shara. So when Peetz starts looking for a job, that means things aren't that great, as in the money isn't that great, or maybe Foodie is mad at Peetz, or maybe Peetz is mad at Foodie. So he starts looking for a job again.
Not optimistic at all.
And of course, he's not optimistic. You can't bring negativity when you're looking for a job. Got to be positive.
Throwing a party? We'll be ordering Connors, I'm sure. Right, boy.
Wait a second. Was there a post that Peetz deleted? Was there a post from Peetz? Because I'm looking at my history here and it says like this post is no longer available. So what was it that Peetz deleted in the community tab? I guess I'm late. You got to figure out what's going on.
Netflix should do a Goosebumps series that were like You Choose the Scare. I think that kind of thing is tough to do. We'll have to wait and see, Julia. What a meeting. Some chocolate-covered raisins.
He made jokes about her. Oh, about really? That's really messed up. Like, why would he keep doing that? That is so gross.
Makeup because I don't want to.
Yeah, the long quality life BBJ could have had with a responsible owner. Exactly.
Comic Brook? No, because I can't push her through the camera, Comic Brook. Sorry.
This is truly unsettling behavior. Really bad.
Nancy? Yeah. Yeah, she was. She probably was looking for attention. It likely was a
Or
stunt that she was
BBJ.
doing, and yeah, Idaho killer. Hard to blame someone in Idaho for becoming a murderer, because what the hell else is there to do in Idaho? Seriously, what is there to do in freaking Idaho?
If you're just coming in, please smash that like button. I did shadow ban chances. I don't think take a break will work, but Chantel's channel might be suspended for buying subscribers. Do a lot of people think she just suspended? Hey, Auroras, welcome.
Of course, I've never been to Idaho. I don't believe that anyone goes to Idaho if they can avoid it.
The
Start a family,
only
coach Little League.
only state Peetz is being in is New York State, and that's about it. He hasn't been anywhere else because he used to go over back in the day when you didn't need a passport. All you needed was like your birth certificate, and that's about it. These days, you need a lot more. So back in the day, in the 90s, and even the early 2000s, because I do remember bringing somebody over without a passport or enhanced driver's license because we wanted to check out Detroit, so we went over together. I had my passport or I had my enhanced driver's license at that time, but they didn't. They just had their birth certificate. Of course, they took us in, but they did let us through, which was really nice. I appreciated that. Timberlake says she's suspended. She's using suck accounts to troll Charlie Gold and say racist shite. All right, we can do a vote. Is she suspended? You tell me.
I mean, work as a mechanic. Land of potatoes. Yep. The land of potatoes. Last time I left the house, I took garbage out last night. Does that count? What's Canada like? Big. Canada is big.
Hey, Velchin, what's up?
I agree, color purple. Murder is almost always wrong.
Once again.
Almost. I'm just saying, there are always exceptions.
I'm still looking for that community post that was deleted. I think I'm gonna have to go further back. Big trees, yes.
Punching them I'm okay with, but not killing. Hey, filthy animal.
Big trees. Hey, observant. Happy Tuesday, everybody. She's disappearing to make everybody miss her. Possible.
Christmas. Nah, I don't think so. Color purple.
Tell me what you think.
She doesn't celebrate Christmas anymore, right? Got out of the gift. Oh yeah. Fell asleep. We're in Australia. It is actually beautiful, by the way. Lots of places to enjoy nature, hiking and such. I want to move there. That's cool. Sick and tired. Yes, this channel is still a safe space for anyone who doesn't piss me off. This channel is a safe space until you piss me off.
What a slow night. Welcome to post the post he
Attention
deleted.
whores.
I'm still looking for it.
I live with one.
He was making off-color jokes
I was gonna look at Casey.
about BBJ. But I can't find it.
For the record, Chantal did tell me that she's taking a few days off from the internet.
And there you go. That's when he said it.
She told me that she's taking like a week off from the internet. So
She was probably reported, says Tawanda. I see. Well, vote. Let me see.
Oh, I'm sure it won't last for a week. It's not going to last for a week, no.
There you go. How many days has it been, though? It's been quite some time. Let me check. That at the end of the day song was posted 6 days ago.
Oh, she just.
That's a long
Janine,
time.
thank you very much, Janine. I mean, seems very likely that he is anti-queer, which not a fan.
Hey, QZ. Good morning.
Vote on banning J. Dot? No, I'm not banning J. Dot. Thoughts on the Chinese Communist Party? Not a fan. Can't do the things a lot of Arab men are. Yep. Which, yep, not a fan of that shit.
Ah, boy. What's long form? Long form is when
no,
you don't like just click options. You actually type in what exactly they have done to I guess to be investigated by YouTube. Hopefully I explained that properly.
This is not a democracy.
What's not going to last for a week?
I'm an authoritarian.
Foodie Beauty staying offline is not going to last for a week. I did see pictures, though. I did see pictures of Foodie Beauty and her man. He is like in a white gold skull labeled suit, and they're going out in that cream interior.
Exactly, car. Jen. I'm a dictator.
You're welcome, observant.
Emphasis on the dick.
Sure, Peetz.
Exactly, scapegoat.
Why does he have that look on his face?
Tyrant. I'm a tyrant. Emphasis on the rant. That last cut, my ringtone.
Funniest thing.
Sure thing, Shadowfax. You know, Shadowfax, if you don't like me, you are quite welcome to fuck right off on out of here. No one's forcing you to watch me if you think that I'm so terrible.
I guess he's amused at his own jokes, Timberly.
Yeah, you can go watch somebody. You can go watch somebody that you actually like. Somebody that, you know,
he's
somebody that you want to support.
Amused by his own jokes.
Instead of wasting your time watching somebody that you think is terrible. I don't fucking get that. Oh, this person is so fucking terrible. I'm gonna keep watching. Like, why? Fucking, like, I don't fucking understand that logic. If you hate something, just don't watch it. Don't watch something that you hate. Watch something that you enjoy. Watch something that makes you happy. You know? They take pleasure in tearing people down.
Coming from a person who talks about Elon Musk and other people, all the time. Isn't he watching them and what they do? Just saying.
Kind of pennies do I wear? I still wear boxers.
Okay. That was random. Hey, Jesse Gypsy, what's up?
Been hate watching Ethan Ralph for 4 years. Like, why though? But why would you hate watch Ethan Ralph? Like, I don't understand that. Does that work? You have tons of time. Well, then spend that time on something that makes you happier, Shadowfax. Spend that time watching a YouTube channel that you like watching a YouTuber who you think is cool. Spend that time on a TV show you enjoy, on a book you enjoy. Watching me from a plane. I hope you're not the pilot, Krusty.
Can you imagine Peetz is giving advice right now?
Dancing monkey to you?
This guy's giving advice.
Yeah, well. Whatever. Crunchyroll login. Nah, I don't need a Crunchyroll login, but thanks anyway.
You're shook? Yeah, the hypocrisy of him. He needs to spend the time taking the cat to the vet. Yeah, we'll see what happens tonight and what he will say and do.
Never had a job that allows me to watch YouTube all day. I mean, I've kind of had jobs where I can get away with that. Anyway, Shadowfax, you're boring and stupid and shitty, so fuck off.
What was that place he worked at before Rogers again? It was something, if somebody says the name of it, I think it has like satellite in the name or something like that.
Ban.
Do you remember Timberly? What place was he working at before Rogers? Like his mom hooked him up with the job. Hey, Orc Boy, what's up?
Take the Crunchyroll login. Make food at my desk.
It was Walmart. Then after Walmart, it was somebody else. Is that the real Yo Mama? Let me check. I believe so.
Because it's a tedious
I'm gonna verify
fuckwad.
with my plugin here. Yeah, that's the real Yo Mama. Yo Mama dropping collabs. The No Natter official video and whatnot.
Because it's just so goddamn boring and stupid and shitty. He's only here to mock me.
They'll never find anyone to deal with them for life. Can you imagine, Bobby Joe? Anyone that gives
Stinky, I did already.
right, Lisa
that,
B.
Yeah. Like this Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is a. It's specifically like an anime site. It's a like an anime streaming service.
That brown shirt is depressing.
So you got a Crunchyroll.
It's one of those shirts that just suck all the life out of you, all the life force and everything else.
Watch various animes.
You're here learning? What are you learning, Yo Mama?
I've never actually bothered getting an account on there. I don't really watch enough stuff in general. Cowboy Beatbox, a hentai. Cowboy Bebop is not a hentai.
What?
If you ever want it, I'll be fine, user. Dandy wasn't banned. I would never ban Dandy. Do I watch many YouTubers? Not a lot. I don't watch a lot of YouTubers now. Free Dandy. Still too expensive.
There's a lot to learn. You think so? I don't know. Lisa B.
Modern day Beyonce, Rainy
Welcome back.
Rodriguez. No YouTube crush? Nope.
That shirt is filthy.
I am not a boomer. I am a millennial.
Yeah, the shirt is filthy. How stretched the color is. His colors are always
What
stretched.
got me into anime in the 90s? Not Sailor Moon dubs, no.
Hey, Floridea, what's up?
No, I didn't really watch that much anime in the 90s. A little bit. Once in a while, there would be... So here in Canada, we've got a channel called Teletoon, similar to the Cartoon Network in the US. You know, it's a channel dedicated to cartoons.
By the way, there were multiple channels. I used to watch cartoons on White TV. So yeah, there was Teletoon, but you know there was also White TV. White TV was really cool because they had Beast Wars, which is it's Transformers, but the spin-off was, you know, they used to transform now into like beasts and whatnot, like the upcoming new Transformers movie.
They would play, like every Saturday, they would have some anime movie, and I would sometimes catch it on there. I watched Princess Mononoke with a friend. Friend and I rented Princess Mononoke one time, and I enjoyed it. Akira, obviously, watched Akira back when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, every teenager watches Akira. The bike slide.
Well, of course.
Interestingly, Sailor Moon, I didn't actually watch until I was early 20s. Akira still holds up so well. Yeah, still amazing art. Oh, I agree with my husband. I know if I would tell you why, you would agree with me, but no point. We're okay now. We are millennials, starts in 1984.
Beast Wars was lit. Beast Wars was lit. Did I see the picture posted on the date last night on Insta? He has another dress code with that same as BG's color. I did see the BG's color. I did see the white outfit, black dress shirt. I wonder where they got that from.
Millennials, I think, usually starts at like 1980. I think is generally like typically what's held as when millennials start. Because my brother's a millennial, and he was 1981. Grew up on Sailor Moon. Yeah, like I said, I didn't watch it as a when I was young. I was like early 20s that I first watched it. That said,
right,
I did play Sailor Moon Another Story.
Sup, yo,
the Sailor Moon RPG for the Super Nintendo. I played that on an emulator, Super Nintendo emulator.
Shout outs to the emulators. Those were big back in the day. I think the early 2000s. Everybody had an emulator that I knew of that was playing the old school games as much as you can. Her Instagram picture, Chantel, looked really bad. The Instagram picture of Chantel looked really bad. Yeah. A lot of people have expressed their opinions with their date night.
So that was actually my first experience with Sailor Moon.
Wait a second. When did she say it was cheap day again? Because for the theaters in North America, it's Tuesdays, right? But did she say it was Mondays for them over there? I forgot.
was playing the Sailor Moon RPG for the Super Nintendo. It is a great game. It actually is a really good game. Doraemon? No. So yeah, that game actually was genuinely good. Solid. Yes, I would, Rebecca. I would be open to that. I would actually it's a solid RPG.
Did she remove her Instagram
I
again?
don't understand how animated shows continue into adulthood.
It might have been Sala's IG. Okay, it is Mondays, this cheap day, so that's why she went out, because it was a Monday.
Anunnaki? I think it varies.
And what happened to her Instagram? I just searched for it, and is it gone again?
Depending on where you are, you can watch Sailor Moon because it was too cringe. When I found the Japanese. Yeah, I've seen clips of the '90s English dub of Sailor Moon. Holy shit, the dubbing is bad. Oh, I love Super Mario RPG.
It's the 90s, Peetz. The dubbing isn't going to be that great.
Mallow and I love how one of Bowser's attacks was literally throwing Mario at the enemy. Yeah.
Lisa B says, let's be real, Sal's coming to the minutes before Bloody Tick leaves so he can get back to his man parties. If you don't know what Lisa B is talking about, you should have checked Salah's pages in Facebook before he removed said pictures and removed such profiles, because all you could see was, him being at parties with different guys and different ladies and whatnot, etc., etc., etc. But that seems like a thing of the past.
That was so great.
The only
Sailor Moon dub stars.
The only fighting Natter and Peetz did was verbal altercation, and then ever since then, Natter has had a thing out for Peetz.
She's uncut, but I know what to do. Hey, Blaze Easter. Does Peach cheat on Mario? No, of course not. Hello Kitty? Hello Kitty never really cared about Hello Kitty.
All right, at this point, I guess he would say he's straight, but if he's going to transition into a woman, and of course, gender and sexuality are different things. If he becomes a woman and then he likes women, then when he no longer be straight at the moment in time. But right now, he's a guy presenting himself as a guy that likes women. Do we need parental controls?
Yeah, I have seen clips of the 90s English dub of Sailor Moon, and the voices are terrible. Like, just such terrible. Like, the voice they got for Sailor Moon herself. Wow.
He said he will be lesbian when he goes with
Why
me.
does he talk like a 40-year-old woman? Like, she talks like a 40-year-old woman. Guess she was 30. Like, she's supposed to be 14. She's supposed to be 14, and she sounds like some lady in her 30s. Yeah. It's like, why?
Peetz is really
Plus the American dub, the 90s American dub did also make.
He's talking about the 90s dubs of his favorite TV show. I believe it's specific to Sailor Moon. So why was the dub so bad? But I think he's thinking way too deep into it. You know, when people pick up on certain things that, the average person wouldn't pick up on, such as just really peculiar things that you would not notice if you're like 12, 13, 14, but Peetz picks up on it and then he like over analyzes it.
A lot of changes, being a puppy cat. I liked Bee and Puppycat on
All right.
Netflix. I watched the Netflix version of Bee and Puppycat, and that was really cute.
7 out of 10 of you say that Pete's, no, not Pete's, Chantel's channel is suspended. I have no idea if it is, but you guys voted.
That's a really cute show.
I guess that's what the belief is.
For some reason, I thought the comic came before the anime, before the show.
Bad
But apparently, the comic actually came after the show. Sort of. I loved the English Sailor Moon when I was like 6. It would be on like 5:30 in the morning. Most voices are adult. Well, yeah, but like at the same time, it's like they should sound, get someone who can sound like a teenager. Slice of life anime. Some. I haven't watched a lot. I haven't watched a lot of slice of life anime because I haven't watched a lot of anime. So I haven't watched a lot of anime in general, but I have watched a few slice of life. Whisper of the Heart obviously is slice of life, and I love that one. Flying Witch.
Yeah. It's not suspended, says Yo Mama. Okay. And what do you think that, Yo Mama? Please tell me.
Flying Witch.
Insider details.
Yes.
I would really
Flying Witch.
appreciate it.
X's stripper name is Kiki. So I remember it. Yeah, there was a manga / anime by the name of Flying Witch that was very slice of life and very cute and very
Nobody cares, Peetz.
Really big into cooking as well, into food.
True, Orc Boy. It is very hard to find a good dub, especially in the 90s. You're right. But dubs have come a long way. I'm just saying, like, nowadays, there's people who independently will dub, especially in like super popular animes out there. But it is super hard to the point where I'm just used to, reading the subs. That's what I do. Just
one
read
of
the
them,
subs.
one of the weirdest things about that show. There was an episode where there were flying whales.
Oh, please, no.
That had...
We are not going over flying whales. Let's go forward.
Sort of what a lot of people's first anime. Akira was the first anime for a lot of people. Currently sitting at 286 members. Yeah, 286 members.
Look at that. Still a pretty good amount of members, 286.
That's what you like. It does. But even so, like I said, Akira is the first anime for so many people. You also can't go wrong with Studio Ghibli. Anything by Studio Ghibli is going to be worth watching.
Akira, of course, is a classic. If you haven't watched Akira, you're missing out. Emeria?
No, Rebecca. Beautiful Dreamer is essential.
Emeria, welcome.
No, I never watched American Graffiti. Birdo's Hole attendees. Thoughts on Vor? I don't get it. Not something I understand. Not for me at all. Is it okay to like Ninja Scroll in 2023? Sure, why not? Favorite Studio Ghibli? Spirited Away. Spirited Away, followed by The Tale of the Princess Kaguya, which I think has the most beautiful animation out of everything at Ghibli.
Of course.
Mom got into anime during quarantine. That is cute. Good horror book to read? Anyone want to make suggestions to Russ Banana for horror books?
So your first was My Neighbor Totoro. Wasn't that from Studio Ghibli, however you want to pronounce it? Yeah, it is.
Spirited Away, the movie about the horse? No. It is not, Jenna.
Someone.
Yeah, I do think Tale of the Princess Kaguya has the most beautiful art of all of Ghibli's films.
Someone should tell him how much Kanye Ye likes Akira. Wow, he does? Okay, that's news. Anyone remember Vampire Hunter D? Of course. I remember, I think, the 80s version, and then there was like the early 2000s. I like those. Those were good.
Which is saying something, because Ghibli does beautiful movies. You know, they do gorgeous animation. Spirit Stallion of the Cameron texted me about the movie she was watching. I was like, "Oh, Mom." Going to your first Comic-Con next month. Ooh, nice.
Hey.
Russ Banana.
Is he missing?
Anyone cool there, Russ Banana? Clip of Return of the Cat is like, it is. Return of the Cat is a fun movie.
Wait a second. Kanye West has been found missing. He's been found after missing for weeks. All right, so he was found because he was missing for several weeks. Okay. Dark Shadows was hilarious. It was a soap opera.
Georgia Rule.
Yeah, I remember Dark Shadows. I didn't watch it though. I know it's like
I still don't see a need for a Discord.
2012 film.
Or a desire for a Discord.
You like Johnny Depp?
Older Jason Voorhees actor. Rebecca? No. Ghibli does not have Christian messages for sure.
What? It was an old, really orc boy? Oh boy. Okay. Wow. Is all I can say is wow.
I think I think occasionally they might have Christian characters, but even then it's rare. Favorite war movie? Star. I don't like movies. I like films because I'm all smart like. Good night, Jordan. My favorite war movie is Star Wars.
Probably
like
sure too much.
Films? Yeah, probably. I'm sure. Dressing up as the moldy blue pot. It's not a war movie. It's right in the name, Tendies. Jeez. Did I ever watch RoboCop? No, I did not watch RoboCop.
Why not?
At least I don't think so. I don't think I ever watched RoboCop.
How could he? How can he not have watched RoboCop?
Do I talk about things like YouTube? Not much about YouTube. Dude who plays Abe from Hellboy. Any interesting comic people? Are there any interesting comic people going there? That's why I was like, that's why I was getting interested in for a comic convention.
They choose happiness.
Yeah, I like Clerks. I like Clerks. Clerks 2 was not nearly as good. I haven't watched Clerks 3.
I think I've seen all the Clerks.
Hey, donation of change to the locks fund.
Clerks is now a classic.
Thank you, Courtney Knight. Do you know someone call 911? I do not, Bally. Clerks 2 is cute.
You want to walk in and shake him for 30 minutes? Well, a lot of people want to do a lot of things, especially help that cat out. Poor BBJ. Haven't I called it for so long? Hasn't
Like Clerks 2, you know what bugged me about, you know what got to me about Clerks 2?
everybody
Dante
called it?
pulling in fucking Rodriguez. Come on. Come on. Or Dawson.
Good point, yo mama, stepmama. You wonder how far behind the curve in some life skills they are. I think Pete's, there's a lot of things. If we could spend a few minutes with Pete's, we're probably going to find out how much he doesn't know. And I'm sure he doesn't know a lot of things.
Dante pulling in Rosario fucking Dawson. Come on. Charmo Clarks is the gritty low budget.
I'm not even sure if he knows how to ride a bike. We know that he doesn't know how to mop a floor because he's never mopped a floor in his life. I wonder if he's ever like cleaned a toilet bowl because, oh my god, I don't even want to mention this, but I remember going to somebody's home, right? And I wanted to use the toilet, and they're like, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm like, I can't hold it. I gotta use the toilet. They're like, I don't know, man, it's really bad in there. And then they're like, oh, he's like, okay, man, but be careful. I'm like, okay. So I go in there, and literally, you ever seen certain waters, and when there's a buildup of certain organisms, you have what it looks very scaly and it's brown and it's in the water and it's just like moving around. That's what it looked like. Like their bowl wasn't like clear or anything. It was just this brown color because it seems nobody has ever cleaned it, if not for years. Man, it was like the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Quality. Yeah, that was a key part of its success, I think.
But seriously, do you think, hey, Tiger Palm Bambino, welcome. Do you think he's ever, yes, something like that? Do you think he's ever cleaned his washroom? Because we know he's never mopped a floor in his life. So that means he hasn't mopped the washroom floor. Yes, the bioscum, yes. So if he hasn't mopped as if he's never mopped a floor in his life, that means he's never mopped his washroom floor because guess what? Foodie Beauty's not going to do it. She's hard pressed to clean her own bathroom, much less Peetz's bathroom. So I can guarantee you Peetz's washroom has never been mopped unless I know Smee came by. Remember when Smee came by and cleaned Foodie Beauty's room that one time? Yeah,
Like
he's
that was a
never.
big part of the success of the first movie was the low budget, low quality. That was part of the fun. Clerks 2, he had a budget and he used that budget. And he had Dante get together with Rosario fucking Dawson. No. No, I do not believe you. Blaine Dynamite was in Preston, Ohio.
Timberly says she still has puke in her vents and wall from a year or more ago exactly.
No, it didn't, Cam. It made no sense for this gorgeous, funny, smart, cool, absolutely fucking perfect woman to get together with the biggest fucking loser on the goddamn planet. No. Here's the thing. If they'd had Rosario Dawson, if her character had been weird in
Wait a second. Before he continues, good points being brought up here, such as I've only ever seen him waffle stomp the kitty litter down the drain. True, it takes no prior training to use a mop, though. This is what I'm saying. I'm like, what kind of training do you need to use a mop? Like, this is what I'm trying to figure out. He says he's never mopped a floor in his life. I'm like, bro, when I never mopped a floor, to me, mopping a floor is not like this highly skilled type of thing to do. I dipped a mop in water. I made sure that it was not too wet, and then I started moving it across the floor. And then you figure out how to get better at it and faster at it. Yankee Doodle says, "Hi everyone, I'm late to this party. What's going on? Is Chantel locked up in Kuwait yet?" Not locked up. She was out last night with her man. For Mondays. Mondays is cheap day, so she was out.
If her character had been weird in ways that weren't like, oh, she's so cute and quirky. Like, if they'd made her character kind of a loser in her own way, then I could see it. But no, she's just absolutely fucking perfect. She is the absolutely perfect woman.
Right. Nobody cares, Pete.
Gorgeous and funny and fun and witty and...
What's he got against Rosario Dawson? I have no idea.
Just happens to work at a shitty place that's pretty clearly beneath her abilities, and ends up falling for the absolute biggest goddamn loser. Because it's not even that Dante's ugly. It's that he is a loser. He is a fucking whiny ass, self-pitying fucking loser. Who should Dante be with?
So says the guy who probably still has garbage from weeks ago still sitting either in the living room or in the kitchen area, either by the stairs or by the window, because it's too quote unquote cold to bring the garbage outside. Peetz, really? You have nothing else to do. You go online, you make your money, but you complain about how cold it is. Has he even started the car? I haven't watched yesterday's live stream yet. Peetz being jelly is funny, right? It is Peetz. I'm like, is either Peetz is jealous or he's projecting, one of those two, or maybe both.
A normal woman. Probably someone else who has serious self-esteem issues. She enjoys it. Of course she enjoys it. She's the perfect woman. She likes that he's a self-pitying dickbag. She loves that he's a self-pitying douche.
Sure. Who's he calling? Dante? Was it Dante? Yeah.
Or landlord bad? Yeah, kinda.
Dot says, call the landlord, report filth, then call police to report Pete's abuse to those cats. He will get arrested, then the cats will be taken away. People have been doing that for years because they didn't move in April or May 2020. So it's been years and they just don't answer the door. That's what they do. That's their thing, not to answer the door. And we had this conversation.
It is. It's like, it's male fantasy shit. And it's like
ad nauseum.
It would have been more interesting. It would have been vastly more interesting and more believable if Rosario Dawson's character was actually kind of a fucking mess. Like, it would have been more interesting if she was a mess, but she wasn't. Because, it's a comedy movie made by a guy, so women aren't allowed to be messes.
Yo, stepmama says that Chantel loses mobility and Peetz becomes more codependent and a bigger source of enabling. That living situation is going to deteriorate substantially. Yeah, I could see Chantel losing mobility if she's not careful. because we've seen it happen to another YouTuber. Rest in peace, Life by Jen. A lot of people called it. They're like, as soon as she loses the ability to move or get around, that's going to be the end of her. And unfortunately, Life by Jen lost the battle. My condolences still to her family, but it happens. Like they say, if you're a person who's severely overweight, you cannot be bedbound, because if you're bedbound, you're practically what, a foot and a half in the grave. Lacey B says negligence is abuse, so not attending to a cat is abusive. So yeah, I would consider that what Peetz is doing, especially when he knows something's up with the cat. Can I point out what happened with Timbit? Remember, Timbit had an awkward gait, and instead of taking the cat to the vet immediately, what happened? They waited. And then what happened to BBJ? Not BBJ, to Timbit. So I don't want to see a repeat of the same behaviors.
She is? No, she's not. How is she a mess?
I do believe so, Yankee Doodle, that the government will pay to take care of a relative or friend who needs home health care.
No, she worked at a burger truck.
Exactly, Lisa B. So true.
Yeah, like just like with Brunk. Didn't she cheat on him? Although she screwed a dead man. But like, one thing that actually bugs me, just in general, about hey Frida, something that bugs me about media made by men in general. Women can never be messy.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it because I don't want to hear Pete's opinion on that.
The sane ones, the
Hey,
rational ones,
hey, playing with fire.
The ones who have the shittiest sense of humor in the place, the ones who are always talking about trying to the ones who are the most serious, the least funny. The women are always the least funny ones in anything, in any movie. Women can be messy. They absolutely can. Habibi? Movie. I mean the movie. Idaho is
Right,
gorgeous.
Nalini?
Fair enough, Linda.
You rarely know what he's talking about. He switches subjects a lot, Nicole E. So sometimes you just can't keep track. Hey, Batty Wings, what's up?
A lot of funny women in movies. But a lot of it, Filthy Animal. A lot of it is women making their own movies now. If a comedy has a male as the lead, you can bet your ass the female co-lead is going to be the least funny person in the film. It's just the way it is.
That's not true.
If the woman, if
that's far from true.
If a male comedian makes a movie, he's gonna cast a gorgeous woman as his girlfriend, and she's not going to be at all funny.
You're clueless about the anime and movies you enjoy,
right? And I mean, like that's sort of the point. Like, they let the women. That was a movie where they let the women be silly, where they let the women be the goofy ones. And I mean, a lot of the reason that movie got made was because of success of movies like Bridesmaid. Like, if Bridesmaids hadn't happened, Lena Dunham, was Lena Dunham the one who molested her baby sister?
Jesus Christ, really? You go straight to that. Tagapon Vivina says, I hate when he thinks he's imparting wisdom on us. It's true. One movie I can think of where there is a male lead comedian as well as a female comedian that is as funny, it would be, wasn't it like Night School, Kevin Hart? Yeah. 2018 film, Night School with Kevin Hart. Both those comedians, like Haddish and Hart, made a good duo in comedy. So I will say this, Pete. There are, male lead movies where the female does have a very important part to play and is just as enjoyed as, the male comedian.
Anchorman is perfect example. Exactly, yeah.
Yankee Doodle says he's wrong. There were strong female movie stars in the silent era, the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Exactly. Like he just comes up with whatever his thoughts are, his opinion, and he presents them as fact. And then he hopes that you will just buy it.
I mean, she gets some funny moments. But she is objectively the least ridiculous of the bunch. She is the most serious of the bunch, the one who's smarter than all of them and better than all of them. And good night, Jenna.
Hey, Cali Cats. Well, Peetz is a snooze fest. Peetz can be a snooze fest, but some people are interested in Peetz. We're gonna go to Ala Shabib next after this.
I haven't really watched much Amy Schumer, so I don't really know much about Amy Schumer. Sorry, Jada.
Where is Amy Schumer these days?
Why don't you try being more funny? So yeah. And Clerks 2 is a perfect, and yeah, getting back to the topic, Clerks 2 is a perfect example of this problem where women have to be the most perfect person in the room. Ryan Gosling grew up in Cornwall. Yep, I know that. Go to school with any. Did I go to school with any bud siblings?
Fish.
I don't know what you mean by bud siblings.
I know that Amy Schumer got an opportunity, and I'm not sure how she spent that opportunity. You're falling asleep trying to listen to him. Bring on Allah. Yeah, we'll do it after.
But yeah, I knew that Ryan Gosling lived in Cornwall for a few years. Obviously, well before I was attending school. Like he was obviously, years ahead of me. How old is Ryan Gosling?
He's actually not that older. Your mama, stepmama says, had pretty neutral feelings about Peetz. Now it's great loathing and contempt. Peetz is contemptible piece of flesh in a vague human shape. Mm-hmm. Hey, Polly, how you doing? Thanks for joining.
42. So 5 years ahead of me. So I mean, obviously, like I, never met the dude
in that pic from movie night.
I had no idea who he was. So I mean, it's but
her face does look red in the movie night. Did she actually?
I mean, obviously, he had left Cornwall well before, before he even hit high school. So even if he wasn't 5 years older than me, we wouldn't have attended the same schools.
Hey, Ashen, welcome. I wonder what Peetz does or says to BBJ behind the scenes. I'm kind of worried because the whole cat flipping thing that he does on camera, sometimes if people are willing to do that on camera, there's a lot of other things they're willing to do off camera. So I'm always worried for that cat. Super worried.
Did, attend CC. But he did go to a different. He went to a different grade school than I did. He went to a different elementary school than I did. Ryan Gosling is not funny. He is like women in comedy. Daniel Tosh. Nah, I don't watch Daniel Tosh. Chantel and I did watch Tosh Point oh for a little while, but yeah. Free Guy. That's Ryan Reynolds to BB. That is if it's a comedy movie, then it's Ryan Reynolds. If it's a romantic movie, then it's Ryan Gosling. That's how you can tell the two. That's how you can tell them apart.
White One Room Rebel.
I think that's the easiest way to tell the two. Jenna, thank you. We support you. Thank you very much, Jenna.
Exactly like
That's how to tell the two apart. Ryan Reynolds does funny movies. Ryan Gosling does romantic movies.
And that would be Peetz typecasting both actors.
Ryan Reynolds is in The Proposal with Betty White. Or so Ryan Gosling does dramatic movies. Ryan Gosling does serious, does like dramatic movies.
You know what? He's typecasting Ryan Gosling because of The Notebook, but there's been so many other types of movies that Ryan Gosling has been in, like Blade Runner, action movie. He was in The Gray Man, action movie. What else has he been in? What else? I'm looking for a Gangster Squad, action movie. He's not typecast, Peetz. That's all in your head. The Notebook was what? 18 years ago? 19 years ago?
Also, has Oscar nominations, while Ryan Reynolds has Kids' Choice Awards nominations. That's kind of ouch. Man, that's that. I don't know if that's a burn or not. I don't know if that's intended as a burn, but that is a pretty good burn. Sometimes I get mixed up between Ryan Gosling and Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, The Nice Guy, Ides of March, all these things.
Pre-insanity Ezra Miller. Yeah, before he went on a global crime spree. Yeah.
Yeah, The Big Short was pretty good.
It's fucking wild to me that Ezra Miller went on a global crime spree and their movie is still being released. Like, that is so wild to me. You know, fucking kidnapping and breaking and entering and assault and just like.
Hey, Dot, I'm going to have to tell you, calm down with the accusations about QZ in the chat because you've been saying it for like over half an hour now.
Wild shit. And Warner's like, nah, we'll stand behind this movie. Batgirl will cancel. Batgirl we're going to cancel, obviously. But Flash we'll keep flat. We'll put Flash out still. BB? Nah, of course not. I've never cared about Avatar. Didn't watch the first one. I have no intention of watching the second one or third one or fourth one or however many James Cameron ends up making. I don't care. Do I get scared by horror movies, books? Probably. Ratatouille is the best movie ever. Barney, no, I did not take a pill.
Yeah, that's true. One room rebel. If you don't like somebody or their comments, you have the option with the block button.
I did not take anything.
We have no idea what day that Chantel is planning on coming back, and I'm sure she wouldn't tell us.
Avatar this week. Now that you're on code free. Have fun, Cam.
She did say the 28th,
As there is a lesson studios about chicken and baskets.
but here's the thing about that. She can say the 20th or 29th, but then she'll probably arrive earlier or later because she has this thing now where she doesn't really want to tell us exactly. In case we're tracking her.
I never watched Tusk. No.
She did. I remember. She did say 28th on several occasions, but do I believe her? She has bankruptcy court on the 30th.
I'm going to smoke some crack. Watched Megan last week. It was not that good. Glad I did not.
When is the discharge scheduled for?
Pay to see it. Yeah. That's a shame, filthy animal. To put down a towel before I watch the new Avatar. Those big blue beefy freaks do something unchristian to my nether regions. Thanks for sharing, Rebecca. Did I drug the meatloaf? Nope. Have some ketamine left? Would I ever do acid? I don't think so.
She did say she's going to stay home a couple weeks and then go back. So we shall see.
Who's my favorite American?
Have you mentioned Elon Musk or J.K. Rowling yet? Nope.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I'm not choosing. The way of water, indeed. I don't need drugs, people. I don't do drugs. Who is this? Ezra Miller. They are playing the Flash in the Flash movie. Chris Claremont. Chris Claremont is British. Is Drake or Justin Bieber the better Canadian?
Leonie McGrath says, I'm surprised she isn't doing anything about BJJ because if anything happens, she will have everyone gunning for her, proving all the accusations that have been said in the past true, but she doesn't care. She doesn't give a damn. When is Nather's court date? The 18th. It's always a Wednesday. So Nather has court in a week and a day.
If you could in America, who would you vote for? I mean, I'd probably end up mostly voting Democrat as a lesser evil. Or I should say, like on the national scale, I would probably be voting Democratic. On a local scale, I might vote third party.
Well, he's not in America.
Claremont's British.
So
independent. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's. I don't know.
You're confused at what, Timberly?
On the local level, I'd probably end up independent, but.
Someone sent you from Amazon on YouTube a 10-pound bag of dried chilies?
For national elections, I'd probably
Okay.
end up doing Democrat just because at the very least they aren't as actively malicious as Republicans are.
Well, enjoy your dried hot chilies, Timberly.
Bella Danger. I think I've heard of her, but best Canadian media is Trailer Park Boys. Kids in the Hall. And Corner Gas. Am I a munch? I don't know what a munch is.
Did they mean a mush? Did somebody say that incorrectly? I think they meant he's a mush. Yeah, that is a lot of chilies. 10 pounds of chilies, dried chilies. What are you gonna do with them dried chilies?
Actively malicious as Republicans are. Bella Danger. I think I've heard of her, but best Canadian media is Trailer Park Boys. Kids in the Hall. And Corner Gas. Am I a munch? I don't know what a munch is.
I think they meant a mush. Or maybe they did mean a munch, like butt munch. I don't know.
Chris Claremont is originally from Britain. He is originally from. He was born in England. And for a long time, he always sort of remains proud of that.
Smash that like button, everybody.
He did move to the US when he was young, but I think he actually does still consider himself English. He does. I'm pretty sure he still considers himself British. Courtney, I have. Lasted like a week ago, a few days ago.
Hey, Harley Gal.
Mushroom.
I haven't had any know anything about BBJ and her condition, but I'm sure Peetz is going to tell us tonight.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure he still actually calls himself British. Mushroom. So
Peetz will for sure.
Last fruit I ate.
Say something.
No idea. I don't remember. She a baddie. She know she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend.
That's Ice Spice, by the way.
I thought he still said he was British. I know for a long time it was common for him to be described as British.
You're welcome, Harley Gal. Anytime. Hey, if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing, because I am here quite often. And I'd appreciate it. Also, smash that like button.
Venn diagram of my fans and Ice Spice fans is just a big circle.
Also, remember, we're going to be starting the Ali Shabib stream.
I'll pass, Courtney.
You were happy to get them? Okay. Well, at least you got something. Yeah, food isn't cheap and chilies are expensive. So somebody gave you something for whatever reason.
Always one of the good ones.
Hey, Harlow.
Always a fun skit. Brain Candy? Yeah, I watched Brain Candy. Good movie. Brain Candy was good. It'd be funny if I got mad. And this is exactly what I don't want. Well, people want to see me mad and rage. Have the right thickness for a good Ice Spice cosplay. My last UTI, as far as I know, I've never had one.
1 pound of dried chilies is $9. And how much did she get?
Philip Seymour Hoffman's character in Boogie Nights. David Lynch? Nah, I never watched David Lynch. Don't think that would be for me.
Hey, Blizzy Mimi. What's up?
That is a British writer to sell books.
She has multiples, black pants, yeah.
Not just American civil rights. There was definitely a lot of, because Claremont's obviously very Jewish as well. So he did infuse a lot of sort of Jewish struggles into X-Men as well.
He does need so much vitamin D. He does. He needs to get outside. He needs to start the car. He needs to do certain things.
Maybe even more than the American civil rights struggle.
He's overdue for his mammogram.
Was Jewish rights struggle. Was maybe an even bigger element of his run. And then, of course, Genosha was just entirely political commentary on South Africa.
You can make a lot of hot spice,
Okay.
I'm sure.
As far as I know, she is.
Timber got 10 pounds.
I think.
Salat.
I think I heard from her earlier today. Pretty sure I did.
How can you
Pretty
not
sure
remember?
she texted me earlier.
How can you not remember? Is it because he just doesn't care?
Yeah, I heard from her today. My memory's terrible, Corey. I can't remember what happened 5 minutes ago. I can't remember 5 minutes ago. You think I'm going to remember earlier today? But no, I did hear from her earlier today. She did message me earlier today. Hey,
Well,
cat voice.
Good for
She
you.
did message me earlier today. She's doing fine. Like, did I hear from her today or was it yesterday? Yes, Bella, you missed the meatloaf. Sorry. Come on, you expect me to remember whether something happened today or yesterday? Come on.
Yeah, because he lives such a busy
All right.
lifestyle,
Sure
everybody.
thing, Rebecca.
You just can't remember.
She did not interrupt my viewing of Cowboy Bebop.
Take care,
She
observant.
messaged me actually while I was still in bed. All right. On Anunnaki's behalf, clearly Anunnaki wants me to say this, so Pablo Diego Jose Francisco de Paula Juan Nepomuceno Maria de los Remedios Cipriano de la Santísima Trinidad Ruiz y Picasso. There you go, Anunnaki.
I don't think so, Harlow. Hey, crispy fries. Good for you, Alana.
Hey Google, what's Pablo Picasso's full name?
Pablo Picasso's full name was Pablo Diego Jose Francisco de Paula Juan Nepomuceno Maria de los Remedios Cipriano de la Santísima Trinidad Ruiz y Picasso.
Really?
Why?
Wow, that is a hell of a long name. Lisa B says your son, 31, knows how to strip down animal carcasses and cook anything. Well, welcome to Peetz's world. He can't even mop a floor. And how many eggs has he cracked so far? I think like 9 or 10 in his lifetime. And I think the 9 or 10th was on this actual stream here.
Like I said, Mushroom.
Mousto says, I cannot imagine having no structure to my days. Exactly. Can you imagine that? No structure whatsoever.
I think while there was elements of while American politics was definitely a part of his run, I think it was informed just as much by his own Jewish heritage and the struggles of the Jewish people. I mean, there's a reason that he made Magneto a Holocaust survivor. I mean, when he and Byrne introduced Kitty Pryde, I think it was pretty deliberate that they made her a Jewish kid.
Why? Everybody's upset about it, One Small Moose. and the BBJ situation. He needs a boss where he just sits complaining about Elon. I'm not even sure if Peetz is able to like actually handle a full-time job again. I don't know. I think he's been complacent for so long. And the mindset has shifted.
Same thing happened with sort of with the 60s, where I think, you know, the 60s was less informed by the civil rights movement and more by communism. By fears of communism rather than civil rights shit. I actually get kind of annoyed whenever anyone pushes the idea that Xavier and Magneto were modeled off MLK and Malcolm X, because that's bullshit. That was absolutely not what Lee or Kirby ever intended.
Oh boy, does anybody care about this? This is comic book stuff.
Like at Kukuluku. Like at no point was that ever something that Lee and Kirby had considered.
Ooh, nice. Rabbit stew. Rabbit stew.
I was born in 1985, Gia.
I was about to go forward. I mean, there's some of us who are into comic books, but the majority of the audience doesn't really know much about comic books. Yeah. People get lost because of his interest, and he isn't demonstrating the ability that just because you have interest in a certain topic doesn't mean your audience shares that interest. Take care, Leonie. Have a good one. Which is what
I'm kind of think of it. Another important thing to remember regarding Claremont's run, it was defined just as much by the various artists he worked with. You know, like Cockrum, Byrne,
Hey, Nina.
Smith, Ramita Jr., Sienkiewicz. Oh, hey, Vegas Doll. Haven't seen you in a while, Vegas Doll. Welcome. You know, they all brought their own agendas to the X-Men as well. Sally, 1984.
And another topic.
Just heard so many nice songs for me what they're singing. Sometimes she sings well, but most times she's not particularly good.
Can I say, Peetz? Nobody
Most of the time she's really not.
Nobody's interested in this topic.
Better than I am. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend that I'm that she's not a better singer than an objectively better singer than I am. I'm actually friggin' tone deaf. Her whole fupa into it.
Tawanda says Pete speculates on what he reads and sees from afar. I was a kid in the 60s, a teen in the 70s, and still live in the US. I see, Tawanda. He does speculate on a lot of things.
Sing for you? No, Gia. I'm not. At the end of the day.
Yes. What a classic now at the end of the day.
She has fun. First line of Isla Bonita? I don't even know the first line of Isla Bonita, Habibi, so no.
Last night I dreamt of. Everybody should know the first verse, right? Last night I dreamt of San Pedro.
Sometimes she can. Like, sometimes she can sing well. Other times, not so much.
Off subject, but Monty, you should watch The Pale Blue Eye on Netflix. It was fabulous. People have been saying that The Pale Blue Eye has been amazing for a $72 million budget, especially since Warrior Nun and 1899 were a flop. I was reading an article this morning because usually when I get up pretty early and then I do my daily activities that I need to do. And yeah, I was looking at news articles because I do scan the news and read while I do other things, and they're like, yeah, The Pale Blue Eye is really, really good.
I think it kind of depends what she's singing. Like, I think Madonna, she usually sings reasonably well.
What do you mean Madonna sings reasonably well? Madonna is a world-class singer, world-class crooner, one of the best. Madonna, of course, multiple other people. I don't understand what he's talking about. Come on, Peetz, you can't be saying stuff like that.
Best Madonna song is Vogue. Living on a Prayer? No. I'm not singing. Pop some cranberry supplements to prevent a urinary tract infection. No.
Oh, he's been correcting people.
And we are worried you're leaving soon. I am leaving soon, Brooke. It's been 3 hours.
Right, Elena.
Depressed? I mean, I'm pretty sure she probably does have depression. Like, she almost certainly does have depression. Excited for her turn? Yep, I am.
If you're coming in, smash that like button. Peetz is about to get off.
I gave you 3 hours, Comic Brook.
Catch me in an hour. Hey, Cake69, I will be back. We're going to do some Al Shabib. He has more of Georgia to show us. And we're going to be commenting over his video. We're going to talk about BBJ. And ignoring BBJ seizures is extremely unforgivable. It's disgusting. It's rude. But everybody has expressed concern for such a long time. We shall see what happens tonight, though.
Plus, I gotta go poop. I'm gonna go poop now. So. How many more minutes? 0 more minutes. And yeah, so I'm gonna leave now. I gave you 3 full hours plus an extra minute. So I'm gonna leave now. And I'll see you all tomorrow for something.
Yeah.
Not cooking tomorrow, obviously.
The country.
I have leftover meatloaf, so I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. But I'll come back tomorrow to do something.
Country looks beautiful.
Maybe I'll show off the rest of my comics tomorrow.
Oh, no.
I did that live a couple weeks ago where I showed off a bunch of the comics that I'm getting rid of. Maybe tomorrow I can show off the comics that I'm going to be keeping.
Not showing off the comics.
But for now, bye, everybody.
And that is it. That is it, everybody. Smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll be back in an hour. We're going to go over Al Shabib stuff because I am behind in the many things that they usually do because I had to take off Sunday and Monday because, you know, I got other things to do. But hey, see you in an hour. If not, see you another time. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. I'm out.